Time zones. Okay, we are going live.
Oh, right.
We are going. Hi, Harry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, B?
I am not too bad. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Zones.
Thank you.
We are going
Thank
live.
you.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I can hear myself talk, which I have no idea why that is. I'll just go out of there. Gosh. You have got people who are joining in from all over the world. We've got people from everywhere: UK, the USA, Peru, Philippines, South Africa. It's just crazy. You've got fans everywhere joining in, which is awesome.
And thank you everybody for coming.
And they are all eager to talk. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just going to, there's your picture. I'm just gonna.
Yep.
No, you've just got something on your picture. I'm just gonna ask Shelley. Shelley, can you just, yep, it's gone. Now we are looking brilliant. Okay, so we've got you for an hour and there are close to 100 people who have signed up to join the Zoom. And thank you to all of those people who are watching live. So I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get in as many questions as we can. First question is coming to you from Thailand, from Noor. So Noor, what's your question for Harry?
So hi, my question for you is what is your dream role, or what type of movie do you want to be in the future?
Could someone repeat that, please?
Well,
I don't know.
No, that's okay. Noor asked,
sorry, it's my fault. It's my
No. That's okay. It's she was a bit quiet. So she asked, what is your dream role? And what kind of what would your dream role be in the future?
That's kind of hard because everything I've kind of done up to now has kind of been my dream role, and then I've achieved it. So my next one will probably be like a Quentin Tarantino film or a Martin Scorsese film with one of a couple of my idols, like Leo or Brad Pitt, any ones like that, that are really deep and are 3 hours long. I'd like to do a film like that, and hopefully I will get the chance. But one day.
I am sure you will. It's been amazing to see how, since there are a lot of fans on here who've been watching you since Dr. Dolittle as well, so they've been following your career, and which is awesome.
Yeah Well, thank you everybody for following my career. I really appreciate it.
Honestly, I've had so many emails since we put this Zoom up, we capped out at 100 people, and I said, just join the YouTube, so you've got heaps of fans. And it's just, as I say, it's crazy. We've got people coming in from Iraq, just everywhere, which, yeah. So we are going to stay in England where you are, and we've got Alia. Alia's got a question.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Alia.
I was just wondering, what was your favorite scene to shoot in House of the Dragon?
Good question. I think my favorite scene to film was the banquet scene where we're all sitting together. Just because we didn't actually get to film a lot of scenes together, and that's when everyone was together. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely a really proud moment, and everyone was just having fun. And I think it took, because a couple of people kept getting COVID and that, and then we had to break it up. I think it took around about 2 weeks to shoot completely. So we had a whale of a time, and that was actually the last ever scene that we filmed for House of the Dragon. But it was nice because we were all together. But I reckon that one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Alia. Now, I hope I'm going to say this name correctly. I have been practicing on YouTube, how to pronounce names. So this one's coming from Italy, and it's Yoli?
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you. Hi. I was wondering, in episode 8, there were some really tense moments between Jace and Aemond and Aegon. I was wondering what the discussions were like to build up those scenes between you, Ewan, and Tom.
once again, another good question. You know, it's kind of like we didn't really discuss anything beforehand, but we became friends on set, and then we were just chatting as normal. And then as soon as they said action, everything just sort of flowed. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, Ewan's got this look about him that just, you know, when he really gets into character, it's like, he does so well with one eye, but like he just looks at you and he like looks like a punchable face, like as Eamon. Do you know what I mean? Like when he's performing as Eamon, you just think, wow, this guy, man, like he's calling me strong and everything. Like, but Ewan as an actual person is a lovely person. I'm not saying Ewan's got a punchable face, because Ewan is the most loveliest person ever. But yeah, when we're all in character, you can really feel the anger inside, and everything just sort of happened. And when Egon says to Baylor, you know, about talking about her in a disrespectful way, I feel like that was someone talking about if I had a girlfriend or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it all just sort of happened, and you sort of get these feelings when the cameras are actually on you that I think you can't get if you were rehearsing or anything. But that's where most of the tension came from anyway.
Thank you. Great performance.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Yole. So we are going to go to Germany, and we've got a question from Lewis.
Hi.
Hey, Lewis.
Hi. I was wondering, so you've been like on a big budget set like for Dr. Dolittle, and now House of Dragon has like a really big budget, and it's like a really professional set and everything. And I was wondering, what was like the biggest thing you might have like learned from such a big set, not only with like big actors, but also it's definitely different from like a small little show.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that I think being in a big production just makes you go all out. Like, obviously, I've done like smaller shows before, and I've gone all out, but like, when there's so many people there and it's like bigger productions obviously turn into bigger things, and it's like you've got a massive weight on your shoulders. And I was so scared going into Game of Thrones, because I was like, what if the fans don't like me, and like I know they're a tough crowd to please, and I don't want to like make them upset or anything with the way I play Jace, because some people who read the book, you know, like they already have an idea of what Jace is in their head, and if I don't fulfill that, then I don't want to upset them. Do you know what I mean? So there is a weight on your shoulders, but it's just a godsend job, to be honest. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. And what I've learned is just, you know, you just got to think of every job as kind of the same, so don't get stressed out about it, but literally just go all out and treat them all like they're massive, because that's when your best performances come out.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lewis. I'm going to, a lot of people have asked in their questions, so I'm just going to ask it, because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to ask a question. So did you read the books beforehand?
No, I didn't. And that was the same with Doolittle as well, because I just sort of wanted to go in, and I just sort of had my own interpretation of the character. Obviously with Jace, it's like a serious book series, so I was like studying the character, like the characteristics and stuff. But I didn't actually read it until I was literally filming on set, and when I was sitting down having nothing to do, I would literally be reading the books. But I didn't before, but I have now, yeah, and I love it. And I'm not even a big book reader either, but I do love those books.
I have a confession to make. So I love Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon, absolutely. But the pronunciation for me for some of those names, like, I was recording a little video to put up on YouTube to say that we were chatting with you and your character's name, and honestly, my daughter had to do about 15 different takes because I couldn't get your name right. Not your Harry, that name, but yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, some of the names I even get them wrong now sometimes, and then like someone will correct me, and I'm like, "Come on, mate, it's this, it's that." I'm like, all right. I probably even knew how to say my character's name, like full name, properly about 6 months ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you say it right once, and then it just sort of fades out again, and then you once you say it a load of times, then it just really sticks in your brain. But I think I've got everything down to a par now, I think.
Well, and so when I was, Google is my best friend with pronunciation. There's so many different, if you're pronouncing it in an Australian accent or a New Zealand, and so your name, the characters' names, had so many different variants. But anyway, yes. So we are going to go to the Philippines now, and we've got a question from Roxanne. Roxanne, what's your question?
Hi, Harry. Okay.
Hello, Roxanne.
Yeah. Hello. So I really want to know what is your thought on Jace as a future king? Since he probably knows that his father is strong, does he feel like his character has doubts about being Rhaenyra's heir? Like, do you think that Jace actually wants to be king? And do you think that his relationship with the Velaryons are also affected by this knowledge?
Good question. I think that Jace was always born to be a king, and I think most people agree with that. Just, you know, the way he's sort of, he reminds me of watching earlier on in the show. He reminds me of younger Rhaenyra because he's got like most of her characteristics. But sadly, the part of it that isn't so great is that he knows deep down he is a bastard. And even though he's reassuring his little brother, like, you know, I have a little sister, I reassure her when I'm scared sometimes. So I think sometimes he'll put a front on to show that he isn't scared. You know, he knows deep down that he's a bastard, and that will play on his head a little bit because I think he does really care about what people think. But yeah, everyone knows that Jace is a true-born king, you know, just the way he is. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
So we've got over 300 people who are currently watching this live on YouTube, and they've all got a whole lot of people asking questions. So we are going to take a couple of questions. So one is from Italy. I'm not quite sure. It just says, hi from Italy. Do you have any stories that you can share with us, funny stories about what goes on behind the scenes, or in particular the dinner scene? So do you have any funny stories that you could share?
You know, Paddy's really funny, like, who plays King Viserys. Like, he's just one of the funniest guys other than that. Like, he'll just do random things and, like, it would just take you by surprise. It was funny because Emma is a vegan, I think, or a vegetarian, and they were putting these things on the table that are completely not vegan or vegetarian. So just watching her face while she was while they were putting the stuff down, like goat's head or something crazy like that. They were doing so well, but like, yeah, that was we was all laughing at that, and yeah, I didn't actually get to eat anything, thankfully, but the others did. But yeah, there's nothing like there was so many moments, but I always struggle with questions like these because it can't come to my head, and then I'll be laying in bed later and then I'll be so annoyed at myself because I think when I said, I could have said that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there was so many. But you know, even being in when we filmed in Portugal on the mountains, we was in the complete middle of nowhere, and we all stayed in the same hotel. And it's sort of, because there was nothing around and we was in the middle of nowhere, it forced us to all be together and sort of bond, which I think is really nice. But yeah, just those moments. There's so many funny moments, but I'm going to kick myself later because I'll definitely think of one, but I haven't said it.
Cool, thanks, Harry. We are going to Aubrey in the USA. What's your question?
Hello. I guess if Spotify was a thing in Westeros, what do you think Jace would be listening to on repeat? I'm trying not to ask conventional questions, but
no, that's actually a sick question. God, I don't even think about.
I know there's so much music to think about and ponder. But sorry.
Yeah. Well, I listen to the complete opposite of probably what Jace would listen to. I listen to like Harry Styles and Arctic Monkeys and stuff. So that Jace would probably not listen to that. You know, I think he's a classical man. I think he'd listen to classical music, proper royal music, because he likes to get in the booth.
You got the gold star from me, Arctic Monkeys and Harry Styles. Great.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, classical, I reckon. I reckon if he was in this day and age, he'd go to a lot of operas.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, Aubrey.
Thank you. Thanks, Aubrey.
We are going to South Africa, and we have got a question from Anna. Anna, what's your question?
Hi there. Hi.
Hello.
My question is, what is the best piece of advice that you've been given, either for your career or just for life?
Was that the best advice?
Best piece of advice.
Okay. I think the person who gave me the best advice was one of two people. And that was Robert Downey Jr., who I did Doolittle with, which he was just like a father figure on set with me, because he would just tell me all these like great stories and like stuff like that to keep me motivated. And he'd just always say, just stay to your true self, and you know, just stay with your friends and stuff. And that, you know, what Robert would tell me was really personal and really nice. But any acting advice I get was from the director of Doolittle. And there's probably, you know, there's been so many people in the past that have influenced my acting. I can't tear it down to one person. But he just said less is more. So, you know, sometimes I'd go a bit over the top and he'd be like, no, you know, you need to be a bit more naturalistic. Just act like it's just you're just chilling or something, you know what I mean? And it would just naturally flow. And throughout that, it's just helped me so much more, because when it was Doolittle, I was sort of kind of new to film, and it was like, it's really scary. So when he told me less is more, I just, you know, it just made things easier, and I felt more natural when I was acting.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. A question from YouTube from Sebastian. Are you still in touch with Elliot?
Yeah, I FaceTimed him last night, actually, or yesterday. And we were like both in bed and we were looking really lazy. And he's on his half term. I think he's on school holidays or something right now. But yeah, we literally talk all the time. I think we're going out in London next Friday. But yeah, he's like a best mate to me. He's great. Cool. I miss him. I'm going to miss him next year.
Oh gosh, I think we all are. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
So we're going to New York, and we've got a question from Caitlin. Caitlin, what's your question?
Hi, I'm Kate from New York. I'm 22. So I'm an independent filmmaker, and as that, I really love talking to creators around our age. So I was wondering, in the future, do you find yourself going for like low budget indie films at any point, or are you kind of sticking towards, you know, record breaking franchises as in House of the Dragon?
Good question. I think that I can't really. I mean, I'd love to tell the future if I could, but I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm hoping I'll have my fair share of run of you know, like big films and stuff. But that's always what I'm hoping. Yeah, I know. I'm never ruling out jobs. That's the thing with me. I never rule out like small indie films or anything like that, because that's where I started. You know, I can always go back to where I started. Like, I did theatre. I started off with theatre. That was the first job that I did. And maybe one day I'll go back to theatre. But all I can say is not right now. But, you know, I can never say never when in terms of going back to where I started. So, yeah, I would possibly go back to doing small indie films and stuff, just because I love it as well. And I write them when I'm bored as well. So, you know, just like I'd love to direct one day. I just feel like that would be fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thanks for the question.
Maybe I'll see you on set.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you on set.
Awesome. Thank you, Caitlin. Harry, I know this wasn't one of the questions that I sent through, but is there something what are you scared of? Have you got any fears?
Like in general?
In general, like I can't do heights.
I don't know. I have quite a lot, to be fair. You know, my mates take the mick out of me because when we're on holiday, I'm scared of everything. But no, I reckon, yeah, you know, heights. I reckon I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna sound really weird. I just feel like my body's just gonna go haywire on me. I'm just gonna jump off, even though I don't want to. Do you know what I mean, though?
Yes.
And I feel sick.
Yes. Yeah. It's just like you have a feeling that you're actually just going to go over the edge, even though you. Yeah. Yes. I get that.
I'm glad we can agree, because I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Absolutely. Now, if you're scared of everything, like animals and poisonous things. If you go on holiday, you'll need to come to New Zealand because we have none of that. So we've got no poisonous snakes, no poisonous spiders, nothing like that. So if you and your mates go on holiday, you'll have to come here, and then you won't be scared of anything because, yeah.
Are you sure there's nothing poisonous?
Honestly, there's nothing. Honestly, there isn't. Okay. We don't. You can Google it. Google it. We're like, no.
My cousins live in Australia.
Australia. No.
I'm not saying they're the same. I'm not saying they're the same. No. I'm just saying like they live in Australia and they take pictures of stuff and they send it to me and I'm creeped out.
Yes. Now, Kiwis, because we live so close, there's this rivalry, and sometimes people confuse the two of us, and then people get annoyed. But no, Australia, they have got like crocodiles and spiders and sharks and just all sorts of but we don't have any of that. So yeah.
I'm scared when a pigeon flies in my face in London.
Okay.
Let alone a crocodile or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then a lot of times, apparently, like they have to check the toilet or their bed to make sure that there are no snakes and stuff. No, we don't have any of that.
I'd forget.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to go to Brittany, who is in the USA. So, Brittany, what's your question?
Is that me?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi. So nice to meet you. Oh my God.
Nice to meet you.
So, going back to working with Elliot, what do you think it's going to be like filming without him next season?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. No, you know what? He's a great loss. Like, it's a great loss on set. You know, I mean, like he is an amazing kid, and he's got so many bright things ahead of him in his future. It's going to be hard filming without him, but you know what? I think, you know, we're going to lose people on the way. You know, it's Game of Thrones. Like it's going to happen. Yeah, like I'm still keeping in touch with him, like now, and he kind of doesn't live too like that far away from me, so it won't feel as bad as if I didn't know him at all. But like, yeah, on set it's going to be hard. But I'm glad I've got everyone else as well. It's not like I'm on my own. But
it's kind of sad about it, like not coming back, or.
Yeah, I am. I was. But you know, if we did like 2 seasons together, I think it would be much different. But the fact that we both went into it knowing what was going to happen to him, it was kind of different. But if we just like got the script through 1 year and we were like, oh, so who's dying now? And then we saw that he was going to die. It was like, you know, it would be much different. But the fact that we both went into it knowing what was going to happen, I think that helped a lot.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Brittany, I hope I'm not going to embarrass you by saying this because I mean this in the nicest, but Brittany was like messaging me going, how do we know if we get to ask a question? I just want to be fully prepared. She's a huge fan. So
really bad too. So.
Oh, thank you, Brittany. Thank you.
I did want to tell you, Brittany, but I thought, no, I'll keep the surprise. So surprise.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Both of you, thanks so much.
Thank
Awesome.
You so much.
And that was one of the questions. Actually, first I'll ask the one about your hair. So somebody emailed in who couldn't join, and they said, can you ask him if he can keep his hair how you are now, rather than the one that you have on set, because they love your hair in real life. That was the that was the request.
So that's a request. Okay, I don't know what is going to happen in season 2, so I can't say whether I'm going to have my hair or not, and that's just not because I can't say anything. I literally have no clue yet.
Yeah.
They
love your hair.
I'm keeping. I kind of like it long. It's very 50-50 with people that I speak to about it. Some people prefer it when I have short hair. Some people like it when I have long hair. So, yeah. Nice. I'm keeping it. Don't worry. This is not going anywhere for a while.
Awesome. So this question is actually quite a popular question on YouTube. There are a number of people have asked this question. What is your drink of choice? What's your favourite drink?
Favorite drink? Like alcoholic drink or just drink?
Just drink. Could be an alcoholic drink.
What is my favorite drink? I like a good apple juice with ice in it. That's
nice.
very kiddie, isn't it, though?
No.
But I do just like, I can drink apple juice anytime.
Nice. Yeah, surprising how many people have asked that question.
Really?
Yes, on YouTube, on the YouTube live.
I'm sorry if I disappointed you with my apple juice. But
You might have. So we are going to Argentina, and we've got Cass. So Cass, what's your question?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. I wanted to ask you if, as a person, do you see yourself similar to Jacaerys or any other character of House of the Dragon?
Good question. You know what? There's always aspects of some character that you relate to, and I think that's what really helps you get into it when you're actually on set. With Jace, I think what is similar about us two is when he has a goal, he will do anything to achieve that goal. Like, you know, he will just see his goal and he'll just go straight through it. And that's what it's kind of like with me. If I want to be in something, I will really, really try hard. If I get a job and I need to achieve this with the character and this with the character, I will try my ultimate hardest to get there. And I think with Jace is that he will never let it go, and neither will I. But anything with any other characters, can't relate to anything with the Greens, thankfully. But the Blacks, I suppose they're just, you know, I mean, I'm just an Essex boy. I'm not royal or anything, so I can't really say that, you know, we have so much in common, because we really don't. But yeah, with Jace, it's definitely the goal thing, because he's just, I mean, I love Jace. I love the character. I think it's my favourite character that I've played yet. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to you in season 2.
Thank you. Cheers.
Us too. So we are going to go to Brazil now, and Adelia, what is your question?
Hi, Harry.
Hello.
And how excited are you to ride a dragon next season?
Oh,
That's a good question. I basically already rode it. Well, I did the machine season 1 at the end, but I was only seeing it for like a split second. But I still got to go through the whole process, and Vermax is just a sick dragon, I think. I mean, it's not Vega or anything, I get that, but like Vermax is just a sick dragon. I like his like horns on the neck and stuff. I just love that. Yeah, I got to do the whole machine thing, like I said, and there was a whole wind machine, and I remember they had to take the wig off in that sequence because it just kept like flying off, and you could like see my hair underneath because of the wind, so they had to take it off and use my real hair for that, but I wasn't really seen, so it was all right. But I hopefully, and I think I will, I think I'll get more dragon stuff in season 2, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's like the after is so much better than before. Before is so much fun, you feel like you're on a roller coaster, but when you actually see you riding a dragon on TV, I think that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
cool.
I can't wait.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Adelia.
Thank you.
So we have got a question from Asha, who's in Dubai, and she has asked, who's your favourite Chelsea player, and do you think they'll beat Arsenal tomorrow? I'm not a soccer person.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, up the Chelsea, but my favourite player is Mason Mount, but it's just, you know, he's young and he's quite good. But I genuinely don't know if we're going to beat Arsenal or not tomorrow. I hope we do, but then I don't know. You know, recently I've been turning off football and going into American football, but like, because I went to take my dad on his birthday to the NFL in London, and ever since that he's been explaining it to me, and I've been watching it, and I've downloaded Madden on Xbox and stuff, so I've been getting into it. But I'm still into football, and I hope we win. But, you know, Arsenal are doing well. They're at the top of the league, so I won't be surprised if we lose. Hopefully a draw at least.
Cool. Awesome. Have you ever watched rugby?
Yeah, this is going to be quite hard to believe because of the size of me, but I used to play rugby before I got any big jobs. I used to be a winger. So I used to be like the little quick thing, just running on the pitch and like trying to score a try through like the people's legs and stuff. And people got huge and I just stayed the same height. So it was a bit sad really. But yeah, I had to stop because I got Doolittle and then they were like, we can't let you get injured or anything. So I stopped, but I haven't played since. But yeah, I'm not as into rugby as I am football, but I used to play it, so there'll always be something there.
Yeah, nice, awesome. We are going to go to the Dominican Republic, and we've got Senior. I'm sorry, I just totally butchered your name. What's your question for Harry?
My name.
Oh, where is she gone?
Bit of lag there.
Bit of lag. Are you there? Francia? No. Okay, we might come back. We might come back to the. In Canada, we've got Murin. What's your question?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. My question is based on the book. Jace will play a bigger role in season 2. So, what's something you want to show as Jace in the next season?
I really hope we get a scene where we see Jace reacting to his little brother's death, mainly because I just want to see the anger, and the upset. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like with Jace, he'd try to hold back that upset. Like I feel like he thinks he's too tough to cry. When I feel like I really hope we do get a scene where he's like trying to hold in that anger and upset, but he just can't hold it in. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to season 2, and Jace is, like you said, he's going to play a big part in it, hopefully, and yeah, I hope he gets his vengeance, basically.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. That's such a great answer. I can't wait for you to break my heart, maybe.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you. We are going to Ecuador, and we've got a question from Tiffany. Tiffany, what's your question?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, Tiffany.
My question is, what do you like most about acting?
Oh God, there's so many components, but I'd just say the flexibility of it all, the way that you can play a different person in any job. You know what I mean? It's just fun. When I was younger, I used to just like dressing up and just talking to myself in my room and pretending to be, I don't know, Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean or something weird like that. But I just always used to do it as a kid, and growing up, it's where you can, that's a job and you're getting paid to do that. I'm like, this is crazy. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely love the flexibility of playing a different person. But the thing that I really, really love is, honestly, the fans, the feedback. Like I said, I was so scared. And when I was looking on Twitter and stuff, I know they say you're not meant to look just in case they say anything bad. But I was looking on Twitter and I literally almost teared up because of the feedback, which was in a good way. I teared up in a good way because all the positivity is something that I wanted to hear so bad, because when I was kicking myself on set, I was like, I have to do this right, I have to do it right. And then when people appreciate it, I'm so thankful for everyone and all the love and everything. I think the only one bad thing I saw, which people are going to laugh at me for saying this, is my posture. And I promise you, I don't know what happened on set. I don't know what's going on with my back and my neck, but next season, I'm promising you, I'm fixing it, because I have no clue what happened with my posture there.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Now we are going to Layli in Spain. What's your question?
Hi.
Hello.
So, hi. My question is, which actor from the cast would you like to have more scenes with next season?
You know what? I think everyone's really fun to work with, but I'd love to see Jace and Damon work together more, like as like a duo. You know what I mean? And Matt's brilliant. Like, Matt's like probably one of my best mates now, but he's great. So scenes with Matt is just a happy day. Yeah, I just feel like that would be so cool to see Jace and Damon work together as a duo and, plan tactics together and stuff like that. I just feel like, I mean, if you all want to see that, then I'll definitely try and put a good word in. But yeah, I feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah, we'd love to see that.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your question.
Awesome. Thank you, girls. We are going to go to Turkey, and we've got Minike. What is your question?
Yes. Hi. So in season 2, we know Jace is gonna be in Winterfell, and in the books you have a very close relationship with Cregan Stark. I wonder, how do you feel about filming that?
I'm excited to see who plays Cregan Stark, actually. I don't know who plays Cregan Stark. I don't know any of the cast for next year yet. But it's a sad reality that Jace is on this trip and he doesn't know that his brother's dead, but he's having a great time with the Starks. Do you know what I mean? It's like this whole sort of where the audience really feels him, because he's like, he has no clue, but he's training with the Starks, and in the books he's doing this with the Starks, and he builds a really good relationship with Cregan Stark. So I'm excited to do that, because anything new is a challenge, and I'm really excited to bring that relationship from the books to life on screen. But yeah, I will just have to wait and see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. We are now going to go to Panama, and we've got Miriam. What is your question?
Hi, Harry.
Hello.
Good to see you. And my question is, if you could choose another character from House of the Dragon, who would it be? Would you choose, and why?
So who would I choose to play?
Yes.
Okay. It has to be. Is this like House? Is this just House of Dragon, or is it Game of Thrones as well? Just House of the Dragon.
Miriam, is it just for House of the Dragon or the Game of Thrones? Which one?
House of the Dragon.
Okay. Well, I was going to say Jon Snow, but now I think it's kind of like, I have to say Daemon, don't I? Really, he's just a sick character, and he's such a badass. You know what I mean? Like he's a great character to play. Matt does it so well. I wouldn't want to take over those reins, but if I had the choice, I think Daemon would probably be the one.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
We are going to go to Oklahoma, and we've got a question from Leo. Leo, what's your question?
Hey y'all. So my question is, I'm really into screenwriting and stuff, and I just really identify with it. And I saw in an interview you were talking about how you have a really big interest in writing and screenwriting. So what is one project of yours, unfinished, finished, whatever, that you'd like to see come to life on screen?
You know what? I just write the most random stuff sometimes. I'd love to write a movie that's about, I wrote one about a dad and his son, and it's quite deep, this stuff that I write. But it's not like kids' films or anything. I just don't know why, but I just write and I keep on writing. But it's about a dad and his son, and the parents are divorced, and it's about the dad trying to go through addiction and alcohol addiction and trying to look after his son at the same time. But it's sort of deep stuff like that. But I've done other stuff. I did a love story. There's a book on Amazon that I wrote while I was filming Doolittle, a little novella, and I released it on Amazon while I was filming, and that's a love story about an old couple, and in like the 1920s, I think it was, in like America. So I did that. I'd love to bring that to screen one day. I feel like that would be like give people kind of like Notebook vibes. So I would just like, I'd love to bring that to life. And if I do ever have the chance, then if anybody's want to put in some money, then that'd be great. We can help. We can make it happen.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go scouring Amazon for all that right now. I gotta be serious. Like, I'm just gonna be like, But thank you so much. I hope you have been having fun. Thank you for asking my question, and
thank you.
Bye.
Cool.
Thank you. Have a nice day or night wherever you are.
Harry, what was the name of that? What was the name of it?
Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, because of course you want people to read it.
Yeah, I know, but I was like 13 when I read it, and it was like
doesn't matter.
Anyway,
doesn't matter.
Okay, it's called The Balloon, like literally called The Balloon, and then if you type up The Balloon Harry Collett, it should just come up with the.
Okay,
with
cool.
the thing.
Did you really write it when you were 13?
Yeah, I did it. So when I was tutoring because obviously I still had to do schoolwork while I was filming Doolittle because I was still in school at the time. And that's what I did for English. And I loved writing. So I wrote a novella in about, I think that was reshoots, I think, the novella. So that was about 4 months of just straight writing, like not every lesson, but near enough every lesson. But and it's got pictures in it, by the way, because I can't really struggle to read without pictures in it because it makes it really boring for me. So I did put pictures in it.
Nice. Yesterday we were in a store and my son, I don't know if there's this thing called Five Nights at Freddy. Apparently it's a scary thing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't do scary. And then so he wanted,
I know what you mean.
he wanted this book, but apparently it's a graphic novel, which I thought was something completely different. But apparently they do Five Nights at Freddy, and it's just like with a whole lot of pictures and words, which back when I was younger was just called a comic book. But anyway.
Yeah, graphic novel doesn't sound right.
It really doesn't. I was like, what? Yeah, no, but apparently that's what. I'm pretty sure that is what it was. But yeah, so we got this Five Nights at Freddy thing, and it's got pictures, and it's not really a comic because it's actually in a book. But yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
No, I understand.
So now we are going to go to Chile, and we've got Jimena in Chile. What's your question?
Hi, Harry.
Hello.
I was wondering if it was weird or overwhelming, the attention you got after the series came out, on social media or whatever.
You know what? I kind of was a little bit used to it because of Doolittle, but this is different gravy. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is proper different, and I'm just, it's overwhelmed, but in such a good way. Like, I am so grateful for all of you. So I'm not just on here like followers across everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, people who actually watch the show and people who don't watch the show but just comment on my performance elsewhere. Like, I'm so grateful of my life right now, and it's hard to believe that I'm actually here. I pinch myself every day because I'm just a kid. I'm literally just a normal kid from Essex, but then people are like, oh my God, you're Harry Collett. I'm like, no, I'm just this kid from Essex. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm so grateful, and thank you everyone, by the way, for everything. So I just thought I'd put that out there. It doesn't go unnoticed. I do see mostly, not everything, but I do try my best to see a lot of what you guys say, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you. We're going to go to Hungary, and we've got a question from Victoria. Victoria, what's your question?
Hi, nice to meet you. My question is, what's the process of auditioning for House of the Dragon, and how did it go?
What? Sorry, was that about the audition process?
Yes, it's what's the process of auditioning long, and how did it go?
Oh, there you go. Did you get that, Harry? Oh, Harry looks to be frozen. Oh, hold on, bear with us, team. I'll just see if I can find him still. Thank you for waiting patiently. I think he might have actually dropped off. He's dropped off. So if you just bear with us for a moment. No, he's got the Zoom link, so he'll join back. He'll join back on. He's just said, "Hey, Beat, sorry, Wi-Fi crashed. I'm coming back now." So all good. He said, "Tell everyone he's sorry." Thank you. Bless him. And I do apologise, we've only got a few more minutes left, and I know we have tried to get in as many questions from a variety of different places. So, but as I say, we've been lucky enough to interview some celebrities. He's just said stupid Zoom. Some celebrities multiple times. So hopefully Harry will be keen to do another one, and maybe we could see if we could get Elliot too, which would be quite cool. And if I get him to say yes on, YouTube, then it's out there for everyone. He shouldn't be too much longer. Thank you so much to everybody who's been watching this live on YouTube. I can't stress enough, if you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel, it really does make it easier to get celebrities to join in. A lot of the time, because I'm still growing my subscribers. Oh, he's back. I don't get the opportunity to talk to him. To talk to the celebrities. So now I just got to make sure that he's in the right spot when he joins. Oh, thank you. Hello.
So sorry, everybody. My Wi-Fi just turned off for no reason.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh, no, hold on. So I'm just going to bear with me a tick because now you've jumped out of position. Shelley, can you just spotlight him for everyone? Hold on, give us...
By the way, B, I'm happy to carry on the 3 minutes I was away after.
No, we've already just decided that you should just come back for a whole nother chat. So another time. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, well, just get him to commit. Oh, you keep jumping all over the show. Hold on. I said, get him to commit online, and then it's sorted. Just bear with me for one tick.
I need better Wi-Fi. That's what I need.
No, that's all good. Now we've got you now. So we were talking, Victoria. I can't remember. Victoria, did we answer your question fully? I can't remember because then I got sidetracked when Harry.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Sorry, what was your question again? I've even forgotten.
Hi, my question is, what's the process of auditioning for House of the Dragon Long, and how did it go?
So the audition process, Harry, what was that like?
It all happened quite quick, surprisingly. But I did a self-tape because it was during COVID, which is a video that you do at home, like a video audition. And then I got called straight to the studio after that, and it was down from loads of people to 6, I think. I really didn't think I was going to get it. There was really tall guys there with they were muscly and really long hair, and at the time I had short hair, and I was like, they look like a prince, do you know what I mean? I'm just strolling in there with my short haircut, and I don't know what to do, but I'm just gonna go in and try my best. And then I get an email saying your tapes have been sent off to the HBO HQ. They really like it. At that point, you've got to tell yourself, don't get your hopes up, because anything can happen, and especially I've had times where I've got down to the last 2, and then they go, actually, we want someone with blonde hair. So I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So, you can't really get your hopes up in this game. But I think it was a week after they told me that the tapes had been sent off, they told me I got it. And I was shocked. And I don't think it still hasn't sunk in. It's weird. It's a very strange feeling. I don't feel like life is happening right now. It's really strange, but I'm so grateful, and I'm pinching myself every day. But yeah, it's definitely strange, but in a really good way. But when I found out I got it, my mum and dad were on a dog walk, and my little sister was on a dog walk as well. And they come back. And I was like, well, I'm going to be on. I didn't even do it in a celebratory way. I just said, well, I'm going to be on Game of Thrones. And then my mum went, and then that's when I was like, I still can't believe it. They should have emailed the right person. Have they called the right guy? They got our names mixed up. So yeah, I'm so grateful to be in it, but it was really overwhelming when I found out I got it.
Thank you so much for answering. You're great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. We are going to go to Peru, and we've got a question from Marcella. Marcella, what's your question?
Well, hi, Harry. I'm on the street. I'm sorry. I want to apologize. I wanted to right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, my question is, who is your inspiration to become an actor? And thank you for your answer. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Enjoy your walk or whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
I think, you know what? I didn't want to become an actor. You know? Like it wasn't even in my head. Like I was 5 years old. I used to do street dance, and an agent just spotted me, and it all just sort of flowed. And then I did want to be an actor because I was like, this is really good. Like this is amazing. But I didn't really get it when I was younger because I started when I was 6. I got my job when I was 6, and then you only really start to realise what the hell is going on when you're about. Well, I did when I was 9 or 10. Yeah, I think inspirational. Like my dad is a big inspiration to me. Like watching films and stuff, watching like old films, he always recommends them to me. But yeah, I think he's always showing me new like styles that I'd like to experiment with in the future. Yeah, like I said, no initial inspiration to be like, I want to be an actor one day, but like, because I didn't know I was actually going to get in this game. But yeah, that's basically it, really. Thank you.
I'm very proud of you and your work. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Now we've got Zeke. Zeke, what is your question from Texas?
Hey, Harry. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
My question is, what advice would you have for aspiring actors?
Oh, you know what? I just think this is so generic advice, but like honestly, don't give up because there's going to be so many jobs that you don't get. Like, but it's nothing personal. It doesn't mean you're bad at acting. Like, I've worked with a casting director called Lucy Bevan, and I went for so many auditions with her, and she would like take the script off me and be like, "No, you ain't got it." I'd be like, "Oh, okay." I went for about 7 with her before I got a job, and she was like, "Yeah, I found the right character for you." It doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad at acting. It just means that that character just isn't right for you. And when you do find that one, I think that it's such a special moment. And yeah, I feel like don't always keep grounded. Stay with family and friends that are really there for you, for who you are and not for what you've got, because they're the people that are going to keep you grounded. And yeah, just don't give up. Because I almost gave up before Doolittle, and without Doolittle, I doubt I would even be here because I wouldn't be doing acting anymore because I wasn't getting any jobs. And I would have been like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. But my mum said you should stay, and I was like, okay, I'll give it 2 more weeks, and I'll just see. But yeah, my mum probably saved my career there. But
Thanks a lot for answering my question. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zeke. Love your accent. Now we've got a question from Nagita. Nagita, what's your question?
Hi, it's
Hello.
Nina here. Big thank you for the opportunity so I can join the meeting. And for Harry, thank you for being here. I don't have any question, but can you say something in Hi Velaryon?
Oh!
This is a good request. What is it? What do you want me to say?
Anything.
Oh no, I've really been put on the... Okay. I think I'm just going to say Jacaerys, aren't I? Shall I just do it? Shall I just do it? Okay. I've got a lot to live up to, by the way, because everyone's done it. I haven't done it in the show yet. I haven't said it yet. Okay. Jacaerys. That's it. I don't know if that's good.
No, that is great. Okay, thank you so much.
I like to roll the tongue when I do the lyrics.
Awesome. So we've got one last question, and we've got a question from, well, actually there's heaps of questions, but I'm sure these people could talk to you all day. Harriet, you are the lucky last. Harriet, what's your question? Oh, not Harriet, Hattie. Hattie.
Hey, I was like, did she mean me? I was like, Hattie, oh my gosh, I was so excited. You said Harriet, and I was like, no. Oh my god. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. So obviously I follow you on Insta, whatever. But I've noticed you're like, I've noticed your like fashion shoots and whatnot. And I was just wondering, do you like have like a pretty decent interest in fashion? And if so, who would you want to like model for?
Ooh, that's a great question. I know I've said that from every question, by the way, but literally every question has been great. I love doing photo shoots because, you know, at home I just sort of wear like, when I go out, I just want to wear like jeans and a t-shirt, but now it's kind of transitioned into trying out new styles, and photo shoots are perfect for that. And some of the styles will be funky and they'll be out of like your comfort zone, but that's how I think you find your comfort zone, is by getting thrown into the deep end sometimes. But yeah, I think someone that I'd want to model for, that's really hard. I think any designer brand. So like, you know, Emily was wearing some great stuff for the press and the premieres. Like, she was wearing some awesome stuff. I like to be unique and different, but not too out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I can get away with that yet, but like, I don't like to be like sort of like everyone else type of thing. I like to sort of change it up a bit, mix it up, and be a bit more unique, you know?
I love that. Oh, that was such a good answer. No, I follow your stories and stuff, and me and my friends will be like, oh my God, new Harry photo shoot just dropped. And we're like, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. There should be a new one like coming next week, by the way. There's a new photo shoot coming.
We'll keep our eye out.
I don't know if you can see everybody on screen, Harry, but like everyone's just going.
I can only see one half.
Oh, everybody's just going crazy and just cheering. So, and also when you spoke, when you whatever phrase you just said, everybody else were cheering on the YouTube live. So apparently you must have nailed whatever you said. And so
I really hope so.
well, yeah, they all cheered. So yeah, awesome. Hey,
okay, great.
Harry, I just wanted to say a huge thank you so much for chatting with us. I hope we can do this again. I know I capped out at 100. I was like, no, 100's enough. So I said to people, you'll just have to watch it live, and hopefully, hope we can chat again.
Yeah, let's definitely do this again, because I'm. You know, I didn't get to answer everyone's questions, but
I know,
sorry. Thank you to everyone who did ask questions, and sorry to everyone who didn't get to. But you know, it's a lot of people for a short amount of time. But I didn't expect this to be this many people. But thank you all very much. Thank you, B, as well, for giving me the chance.
Oh no, this has been amazing. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'm going to hold you to that. I'll keep in touch, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, to have another one. Okay. Thank you so much to everyone who is watching live on YouTube, and for sending through your questions. To everyone who joined the Zoom, thank you so much. To Shelley, one of my best friends who helps me out with all these crazy interviews, thank you. But Harry, most importantly, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone who's watching on YouTube and Zoom, and if you're watching anywhere else, then thank you. Awesome. I really appreciate it. Your love is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.